And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, a real estate and finance expert, and goes to bat for you every day as your consumer advocate. Your host, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and providing you the timely truth centered around your health, your lifestyle, your recreation, ways to live a better life. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, and our number one goal is to educate, entertain, enlighten in an effort to help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Now, I want you to pull out your smartphone, save our Consumer Advocate Hotline number in your phone because at some point you're going to need it. It's 813-917-1894.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-917-1894. And we want you to bookmark our website. It's consumerqb.com. Consumerqb.com. Your number one resource for all information, helping you no matter what you're facing out there relating to lifestyle, recreation. We also have our sister brand called the Real Estate Quarterback Show. And, we have over 80 show partners now, ranging from CPAs, financial advisors, attorneys, estate sales, all types of different areas to help you win no matter what you're facing out there. And it's all, we don't care if you're climbing that corporate ladder or if you throw a ladder in your truck on the way to work. This show's for you. We want to help you win. And this segment is brought to you by the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. It's Hula Bay, right there on South Tampa, right off of Tyson Avenue, 5210 Tyson Avenue in South Tampa. Great waterfront ambiance, awesome sushi, excellent food no matter what you order on that menu. Awesome service. Go say hello to Mike Finnegan. Let him know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you for a free water with lemon. And he's going to take care of you. He's going to hook you up. And also the Maids Cleaning Service. They do a great job cleaning our real estate properties. Giving a shout out to the Maids Cleaning Service. They are referred for a reason. And we're here in studio live from iHeartRadio, beautiful South Tampa, Florida here. And we're going around the horn here, make our introductions. Back in studio, Sarah Bingham, Fast Food Healing. She's a licensed nutritionist here in Tampa Bay. Welcome back in, Sarah.
I am so delighted to be here. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff like, believe it or not, your nutrition and Zika are related somewhat, and I can talk about that. But then we're going to move into mood, mind, and behavior. And if you haven't noticed, there's road rage going out there. We've got anxiety in kids. We've got people with depression, anxiety. I'm going to talk to you about how your nutrition can profoundly affect that.
Wow, love it. Mood, mind, and behavior.
You bet.
On the Consumer Quarterback Show, a way that you can live a better life. Also, back in studio, Michael Vogt. He's an expert massage therapist here in Tampa Bay, owner of Back in Health Massage. Voted top 10 massage services in Tampa Bay multiple times by the Tampa Bay Business Journal's Best in the Biz Awards. Welcome back in, Michael.
Thank you, Brandon. Nice to see you again. Tonight, we're going to talk about anterior muscle work and neck and shoulder problems, how the front of your neck and your shoulders really are the cause of neck and shoulder problems that affect the back of your neck.
And as you started saying that, I took a better pose here, standing up behind the mic. I'm getting the shoulders back, trying to make sure the abdomen's in, shoulders back, chest up. And, and it's all part of having good posture.
Absolutely.
And it's going to eliminate a lot of those stresses that we have. And I think we'll get into it as well. But, taking a break throughout the day, taking a little stretch break, kind of twisting and turning. Last week we had Jarek Robbins on the show, Anthony Robbins, Tony Robbins, his son. And we talked about interesting, when I went to Business Mastery in Namale, Fiji, they pull out these little trampolines. Every now and then take a break, jump on a trampoline. And he said NASA says that jumping on a mini trampoline is one of the best exercises that you can do by far. Absolutely. And it's interesting because it talks about, not only on a physiological level, but also on a molecular level with your stretching of the each cell.
Mm-hmm.
Each cell is stretching on that rebound either way, up or down. So interesting. We're going to talk about health today. We're going to talk about nutrition, your lifestyle, and how we can help you live a better life and maybe extend your life a little bit. Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's a loved one that you're thinking of in the back of your mind. We want to help you, establish these ideas. And that's the part of life that's great is that once we learn it, we can live it personally, but then we can also give it. We can pay it forward by helping others understand and in the right way. Sometimes the family members, there's that dynamic there, Sarah, kind of laughing about that is, there's that dynamic where, you've got to be eloquent in the way you present information that you learn. Otherwise, people say, oh, well, you're bossing me around. You're trying, you know how that goes.
Yeah, and if they're your family, just pretty much give it up because they see you as little Tommy or, little Susie or,
Yep.
I don't know. They just, it's very, more often than not, your family just can't hear you the way they need to.
Right.
Sometimes it works, but I can say most of the time for us people in the healing arts, we have to just pray that our family will find someone else.
Yeah, it's a combination of factors, and let's go ahead and jump right into it, Sarah. So right now there's a big epidemic out there that we're kind of seeing all in the news everywhere, and it's Zika, in your immune system. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, when I see all that, I think, okay, people really need to understand this. It finally dawned on me, and it was my golden retriever that taught me a lot about this. Think about parasites. Okay, mosquitoes are in essence parasites. They're taking our blood, whatever. But what is nature? Why are parasites in nature? Have you ever thought about that?
Why are
what is the
parasites in
function
nature?
of parasites? Well, they're there to clean up dead matter. Think about it. They're nature's cleanup crew. All right.
Well, kind of like the bird. What's that? The vultures.
Vultures and maggots and
Yeah.
things like that. They clean up dead matter, dead tissue, stuff
Right.
like that. They used to use maggots in medicine to clean up dead tissue. They work very well. Actually, I think they still use them.
Wow.
So I know it's like, it's not very exciting, but it's for real. Okay, so when I had my dog, all right, when I was feeding him junky dog food, the fleas would come. What are fleas? They're
Yeah.
parasites,
Yeah.
okay? So then I changed to a much higher level, better dog food. Fleas went away, all right?
Interesting.
So
Wow.
now, and then I saw they did an experiment with birds, and they stressed out birds in a cage, and the stressed out birds got bitten by mosquitoes more. So, and what does that do? Well, stress lowers your immune system. We know that. That's scientific, all right? And here's another thing that cuts your immune system in half for 5 hours after you eat it. Do you have a clue what that is?
Cuts your immune system
In half. Cuts your immune system's ability to fight
Sugar.
off. You got it. Yay! All right. Brandon wins. Exactly.
Money.
You got it. Exactly. So sugar is it, man. You eat sugar, your immune system is down at half mast for 5 hours.
Wow.
So you're having sugar in the morning, then sugar at lunch, then sugar in the afternoon, and sugar in the evening. When the heck does your immune system get up above half mast? That's why people can't figure out why they catch everything. Oh, yeah, the kids are back in school, so they're getting sick. No, they're not. They're eating sugar. Okay, I don't get sick. I'm all over the place in airports and on airplanes, and yep, you don't get sick if you're not doing that. So what you've got to understand is I can't tell you how many mothers have said, oh, my gosh, they would come to me and they'd say, my daughter is just like a magnet, to mosquitoes, or I am, I go outside and they just inhale me, I've got mosquitoes all over the place. You stop eating sugar, you improve your diet, that stops happening. They'll
So
come
you're
back
telling
saying,
us
wow.
that by reducing the amount of sugar intake and eating cleaner, you're going to be less susceptible for
Less
these.
likely to
Wow.
be bitten by a mosquito. Mosquitoes are out to fix lower
Interesting.
energy in nature.
Wow, that's
Isn't that interesting? So think about that. One more reason to say goodbye to sugar. But we'll be talking more about that later on mood, mind, and behavior and how that affects you as well.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, if you just joined us, you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're talking with Sarah Bingham here. She's a licensed nutritionist, and her business is Fast Food Healing. You can find her on Facebook and on the web. And, of course, on our site, all of our expert contributors are listed at consumerqb.com. So let's go ahead and get into that, mood, mind, and behavior,
Wow. And what, I do a lot of work with pediatrics and I go to people's homes, whatever. And when I was lecturing for a holistic pediatrician in Orlando, the largest group that would show up of mothers, and it's hard to get mothers out of their house these days, but they would show up for my talks on anxiety. And it just brought home to me how much mood, mind, and behavior is an issue in our country. We've got people walking in and shooting people up, or road rage. We've got a ton of depression, a ton of anxiety, and we've got a lifestyle issue for sure.
Yeah.
But the one that I focus on, being a nutrition consultant, is food. So, Sarah, what is causing this? Well, first of all, what you've got to understand is we have got food manufacturers out there whose main goal is the bottom line.
Right.
They are all about how do I make money. They are not thinking about our health.
Yep.
And they study our brains. They literally sit around a table and try and figure out, okay, how can I get you to buy 2 bags of the cookies instead of just 1?
Yep.
And then they watch how your brain is affected by sugar. And by the way, brain and cocaine rhyme. And that's because they affect your brain in the same way. They literally have measured sugar, and it affects the same area of your brain as cocaine.
Wow.
So if you think you're addicted to sugar, you're right. You win.
We're going to go back in detail on the effects of sugar on the brain and how it affects your overall stress, your level, and the way you can enjoy this life and your longevity. So don't touch that dial. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show and ConsumerQB.com.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Real Estate Quarterback Show, Consumer Quarterback Show, and a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay, owner of Platinum MVP Realty. This segment is brought to you by Cavalier Estates, LLC, property management partner of the show, Matthew Funk. Cavalier Estates, LLC, as well as giving a shout out to Captain Will Smith with Vision Aviation, helping me learn how to fly, getting my pilot license, also helping us with some awesome trips from time to time. He's got half off his Discovery flight right now. If you ever wanted to learn how to fly, reach out to Captain Will Smith with Vision Aviation at Tampa Executive Airport. Does a great job. He's an awesome awesome trainer as well, flight trainer, and he has half off his Discovery flights if you ever thought about it. And I've got a couple of new hot listings here. I just want to pitch real quick here. I've got 13167 Royal Pines Avenue in Riverview, 3-bedroom, 2 and 1/2 bath. It actually could be a 4th bedroom and upstairs as well. It does have a closet. Listed at $279,000. Great buying opportunity here, over 2,560 square feet. Triple Creek community, and originally built in 2012. So a brand new home basically here, over 3,100 square feet total living or total square footage. And I've got a hot property in Oldsmar here, commercial opportunity in Oldsmar at 700 St. Petersburg Drive West in Oldsmar. It's a corner lot, $295,000. The heated square footage is right at 1,400 square feet, and it's a great potential of a 1/4 acre MOL with 50 feet of frontage, and it's a right angle shaped, has 3 angles for visibility in St. Petersburg here in beautiful Tampa, Florida. All right, before the break, we were talking with Sarah Bingham. She's a licensed nutritionist here in Tampa Bay. We're also going to hear from Michael Vogt here in a moment with Back End Health Massage, and talking about health today, talking about ways that you can live a better life and have more longevity with your life as well. So we all know it, Sarah, sugar is one of the biggest killers out there. The sugar, the enriched white flours, and you were talking about specific strategy with sugar, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. If you're dealing with depression or anxiety or mood issues of any kind, the first thing you want to lose is sugar. And people always say, well, that's great, Sarah, but then, but I want my sweets. And the answer actually is you can. What I have found over and over in the years that I've practiced is that when you exchange white sugar for raw honey or date sugar, and date sugar is just ground up, dried up dates. But raw honey is actually a food, and scientists will say, yeah, that's the same stuff. It's just fructose and glucose. And I say to thee, yeah, nope, there's a difference. First of all, ask yourself, can you OD on honey the same way you can OD on sugar?
Right.
And you really can't. Honey just gets to be too much, too quick.
Yeah.
And that's why nature put it that way.
Yeah.
Because we are hardwired. We know that we go for sugar, big time. So, and sugar also is a completely highly processed. It's pure. Scientists can go to a supermarket and pick up white cane sugar off the shelf.
Yep.
There's nothing in it other than the pure carbohydrate.
Wow.
So, all the B vitamins, all the minerals are stripped from it. What's interesting is there's a tribe that chews on sugarcane all day long.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what do you think their teeth look like?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, most people say, they'd be terrible. No, they're not. They're beautiful. They're beautiful, white, gorgeous, hard teeth. The reason is they're chewing on sugar cane, which is a whole food product.
Interesting. Okay.
And not that sweet. If you ever chewed on sugar cane.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, so there's tons of B vitamins and minerals with it. So your body then has the ability to digest and utilize those carbohydrates the way it's supposed to. So now you take all those out and your body goes, well, thank you, I have this carbohydrate. Where the heck are the B vitamins and the minerals that I need to process this?
Interesting, yeah.
At which point the sugar cane says, sorry, out of luck. At which point it says, okay, I need some more B vitamins. And your body goes, oh, B vitamins, well, that's carbohydrates.
Yeah. Which
are whole grains, but not in our culture. So you go for more sugar. You get in the system here. So it's pretty deadly. And the only way out, and sugar really is, honest to goodness, like a drug, you have to draw the line and say, that's it.
Yeah.
No more white sugars crossing my lips. It will not come into my home. If it's in your home, it talks to you.
Yeah.
So don't let it in your home. And I promise, when you have left sugar completely 100% out of your diet for at least 2 weeks, I'd recommend a month, your taste buds will start changing.
Right.
And what tastes sweet will change as well.
Right.
And so I highly, and you will watch things like anxiety and depression change. All right. So that's step one. There's lots of different steps, but boy, this is a big one. And people just go, oh, I can't give up my sugar. Just start bringing the honey in and get raw honey, because that's a real, honest to God food with enzymes in it.
Yep.
The heated up honey that it's mostly on the supermarket shelves. you've lost the beautiful enzymes and and the vitamins that are in there. So
Yeah.
honey really is a food.
Yeah, honey it's great. You put it in your coffee. You can
Yeah.
substitute it into certain areas where you would normally use sugar, and it's a great And then on sugarcane, I'm from a small town down in South Florida, and the county next over, Glades County, down south, just south of the Lake Okeechobee.
Right.
there.
Oh, okay.
A lot
Right,
of
right.
sugarcane produced down
Yeah.
there, big time.
So so you got a chance to chew on it, and it's
Oh,
really
yeah.
good,
Cane
and it's
country.
fun. Yeah.
That's right.
Cane country.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nature, what we've got to understand is nature always packages it just right,
Yeah.
and then we mess with it.
That's right.
So you've just got to watch our hubris is such a great word. We just think we're everything and then some. And I'm sorry, you've got to watch what nature does. She really has it. She's got it figured out.
And it's in the name of higher profits, lower cost. It's in the name of shareholder profitability
Money.
for corporations.
Money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Money.
And if you just joined us, you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're talking with Sarah Bingham here, certified licensed nutritionist here, fast food healing. And let's go ahead and bring Michael Vogt into the mix here, get some good banter going back. And Michael is a expert massage therapist here in Tampa Bay, Back in Health Massage, located right there on Gun Highway in the corner of Del Mabry. And what say you, Michael?
Brandon, I want to talk to you today about anterior muscle work. When you go and get a massage, most places where you start, you're going to start by laying down on your belly and having them work on your back and your neck and your shoulders. I guess I'm going along with what Sarah's talking about.
Yep.
A lot of that's wrong. Most of us sit in a chair all day.
Yep.
Brings our shoulders forward.
Right.
Brings our waist crumpled down. Brings our legs up towards our chest. All those are more unnatural positions. We're built to be hunter-gatherers. We'd all be correct if we still lived in that Garden of Eden where we could just walk up to the grapes and pick them up all day and natural foods and have all the things that we're supposed to eat. Unfortunately, we've messed that up, and now we're in the predicament that we're in now.
Right.
Where most of us sit down all day. Where we are sitting in front of the computers, we're bringing our arms in front of our chest and at least at waist high or higher. Those create muscle imbalances, and muscle imbalances are what create pain.
Yeah.
When you're talking about your neck and your shoulders, most people reach back here and say, "Oh, it's right there. It's right here behind my shoulder blade.
Right.
That's where it's killing me." That's where it's killing you, but that's the symptom, not the cause. The cause is the muscle in the front of your chest, your pecs.
Mm-hmm.
When your arms come in front of you, and they come towards the middle, and they come up towards the top of your body, that's your pec that's being able to create that motion.
Yep.
Pectoralis major brings your arms in like you're going to give somebody a hug.
Yep.
They also lift your arms up towards your shoulder height.
Mm-hmm.
When those muscles get contracted, it makes the muscles in the back, the ones in between your shoulder blades, be overly stretched. Think of being able to bend down and pick something up correctly.
Mm-hmm.
If you pick something up with your knees and you're picking it straight up, that's proper lifting technique.
Right.
We actually pick things up like that. None of us do that. I'll bend over at our waist.
Yep. Grab it.
And then we grab it up. That puts extra strain on our back. And the reason for that is that we're not in the proper position to be able to pick that muscle up. We're already overexerting our back because we're bent over. And then we're asking it to work harder. It's like running your car on a half full of oil. It's not working at optimal performance. So when you come in and get a massage, where I start out, and I'm different than a lot of therapists, is that I start you out work on your back so that I can work on your front.
Yep.
When you work on those muscles in the front of your body, on the front of your chest, in the front of your neck, so that those muscles can finally get a chance to relax and expand.
Yep.
Then it allows the muscles that are driving you crazy in your back to also relax. But when they relax, they like to contract. They like to shorten. They've been lengthened all day long, so they like to be able to come into a shortened position.
Mm-hmm.
By working the muscles in the front, that's how you allow the muscles in the back to be able to come to that shortened position.
Yep.
And when we do that, that's how we are able to eliminate pain for neck and shoulders.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And it happens. You see it all over the place, and there's so many products that are marketed online with on TV commercials about helping back pain, and You see them end up in underneath the bed or in the storage closet. So when we come back, we're going to talk more with Michael Vogt. He's an expert massage therapist here in Tampa Bay, talking about ways that you can live a better life and live a healthier life as well. With Sarah Bingham here, fast food healing, licensed nutritionist here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We care about your health. We care about the way you're living, and we want to help you win no matter what you're facing out there. So stay with us. Don't touch that dial. More from our expert contributors when we come back. Consumer Quarterback, consumerquarterback.biz. Thank you.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes, your host here, Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com. This segment is brought to you by Greg Geyer over at Digital Printing Solutions, digitalprintingsource.com. Does a great job printing our flyers and postcards, banners, all your printing needs. Reach out to Printing Solutions Inc., digitalprintingsource.com. Big shout out to Greg over there, as well as Cornerstone PEO, Greg Arnold, for all your payroll and HR compliance. We'd love to get you in touch with Cornerstone PEO. They do a great job. Greg Arnold out there. And we're back here in studio with iHeart and Brandon Rhymes here, your host. I'm also the owner of Platinum MVP Realty, and I want to give you these listings prior to many people seeing them. Then I've got a great listing here. It's 18003 Cozumel Isle Drive in Cordy Lake Isles. 5-bedroom, 4-bath property, $1.199 million for this beautiful property, over 3,690 square feet. A great new listing of ours, and it's got this awesome hotel-style 24-inch tiles, glass tiles, just a very clean, modern, chic look here at this property on Cozumel Isle Drive in Tampa. And also got a beach opportunity for you. If you ever thought about owning your own beach getaway, Tampa Bay is one of the best in the country for staycations. And there's a great property here, 13235 Gulf Boulevard, unit number 409, Madeira Beach. It's Madeira Bay Resort 2 condo, 2-bedroom, 2-bath property, condotel, fully furnished, only $239,000. Great buying opportunity. You walk across Gulf Boulevard and you put your toes into the sugar sands of Tampa Bay. Yeah, a lot of times we talk about the fiscal health. Today we're talking about your physical health, ways that you can live a better life, talking about health here. And we're going to come back to Sarah Bingham, fast food healing, licensed nutritionist. And we're talking now with Michael Vogt, expert massage therapist here and expert contributor on the Consumer QB show, Back in Health Massage. So, yeah, so what else are you seeing out there, Michael?
Well, one of the main things that we're seeing out there right now is tech neck.
Yep.
What is tech neck? Tech neck is
that's right.
Forward posture of our heads from looking at our computers and, more importantly, our cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
You and I are starting to get it. Our children are going to have it horrible.
Yeah.
My boys are 5 and 6. They're like this all day long. They're looking down at their tablets, and I'm horrible, I guess, as a father because I've already got them a ding darn phone.
Well, it's hard. It's hard to
wow.
resist. It's hard to resist. They love it. There's games. There's all these, cool Pokemon Go
Lots
games.
of cool things that they can do.
Yep.
We limit their stuff to educational stuff.
Yep.
But it's horrible because they're looking down and working on their neck. So I've talked about ways of being able to fix tech neck, specifically working the front of your neck, working the muscles that are shortened from looking down all day. They hurt in the back, but they're caused by the muscles in the front.
Right.
So we want to be able to release some of those muscles. First thing when we come in and bring you in for our massage weekly, first thing I do is I work on your chest.
Right.
There's 4 steps to neck and shoulder problems. The first step is the muscle in your chest, your pectoralis major, your pectoralis minor.
Yep.
The second step is the muscle in the front of your neck, the sternoclavicular mastoid. The third step is the muscle in the back of your shoulders. That's the levator scapula. Runs from the top of your shoulder blade to just behind your ear.
Yep.
The fourth step is the muscle in between your shoulder blades, the rhomboids. Most places when you get a massage, they lay you down on your belly and they start with steps 3 and steps 4.
Yep.
The problem is you're never fixing the what's actually causing the problem because you never worked on step 1 and step 2.
Right.
So always when we start at Back in Health Massage, we start with you on your back so that we can work the muscles on your front.
Right.
Working those muscles in the front are the key to being able to relieve those problems.
Very important.
Very important.
Yeah.
Just like being able to eat properly is going to help your nutrition and help your body to live longer. And days like today where we are always sitting down and we're always having our body crumpled into a ball going forward, we really need to work the muscles in the front of our body.
Let's also talk about the effects of these iPhones, these cell phones, in terms of your, for me, it's my index finger and my thumb on my right hand. Talk
Absolutely.
about, the whole effect there.
Well, it's the same principle. You're bringing your hands into a clutch like a fist.
Yep.
It's those muscles in the front of your hands and the front of your wrist. Yep. All the muscle bellies that control your fingers are located in the front of your wrist, from your elbow to your wrist. When you work those muscles and you do specific stretching, and we can show you how to do those specific stretching when you come in for a session, we teach you to extend your elbow, lock your wrist, draw your finger back at the first knuckle, way down at the base of your hand, and pull it back towards your nose. Hold it for 2 seconds. 1001, 1002. Go through and repeat that process for each finger. Pull your thumb back. Do the same thing. Then turn your hand around and point your hand down towards the ground. Do the same thing. You're pulling your fingers back towards your wrist, towards your shoulder.
Yeah.
Feel how the muscles are affected in your forearm. You'll feel that. You'll feel that stretch in the top of your wrist.
Big time.
Those are easy stretches to be able to do, to be able to help carpal tunnel and to help problems with your fingers.
Excellent. Yeah, it's important. Go ahead, Sarah.
And if you're eating a whole lot of sugar, you're way more inflamed. So if there's an inflammation that's going to happen, go ahead and eat the sugar. You'll double it. Double your money, double your sugar, double your inflammation. So, yeah, you are way more inflamed if you're eating a bunch of sugar.
and you're
Absolutely.
going to be more stressed out. So yeah, it's a combination of factors. I kind of like what your theme was as well, as mood, mind, behaviors, because we have these things that are stressing us, bills, jobs, stress maybe within relationships. So it's about attitude, it's about mind, mood and mind, and then also the behaviors that you're constantly in, and we see it on the physical side is with what Michael's describing. And I was looking actually last night online, thinking about buying one of those desks where you can pop your computer up and stand up.
Absolutely.
I was thinking about that. Looking at that.
I talk to people all the time about one of the main things that causes neck and shoulder problems is people nowadays, we don't even have just one computer. We have two of them on our desks. There's two screens. You're constantly turning your head back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That constant repetitive motion is the number one cause for these neck and shoulder problems.
Yep.
Just as if you're bending your head forward all day long, that's what's shortening those muscles in the front of your neck, causing the muscles in the back of your neck to be able to hurt. You turn your head all day long, side to side, then you're doing the same thing. It's the repetitive motion that causes all the problems. And if we can eliminate those repetitive motions, there's ways to be able to eliminate the problems that they're causing. Just as sugar is causing our bodies to be inflamed and for us to crave more sugar, if we create a situation where we're changing our heads back and forth all day, that's what's going to be able to do that. I tell people, instead of having your computer screen where one is to the left and one is to the right where you're turning your head all day, what you need to do is either do one of two things. Stack your screens would be the best way. And then get a desk like you were talking about where you can, part of the day you're sitting down, and then part of the day that you're standing up. And the good part about when you're standing up or in between things, that's when you're always wanting to think about your posture and bringing things back.
Yeah.
Your shoulders are coming forward, bringing things back. I used to do like what you did. I was a real estate broker and a financial planner for a long time.
Yep.
Most of my day was in front of the computer.
Yep.
But I did have a lot of part of my day where I was on the phone. So I replaced my handset with a headset.
Yep.
So that I could then stand up and walk around my desk all day.
Yep.
But I could pull my shoulders back and I could stretch the muscles in the front of my body so that
Yep.
the muscles in the back of my body weren't hurting so bad. The second thing that you can do to be able to eliminate that is if you have two computer screens, put one think of yourself as a clock. Put one at 12 o'clock, so it's straight in front of you.
Yep.
Then put the other one over at 9 o'clock or at 3 o'clock so that it forces you're not going to turn your head all the way to the side, all the way to your shoulder every day. That's gonna get too old and it's going to hurt your neck even more quickly so that you won't do it. What it'll do, though, is it'll force you to swivel in your chair so that then you're, again, looking straight on with your computer.
Sure.
Learn how to be able to move the media that you got to be able to look at one screen onto the other screen so that you're always constantly in front of your screen. And then take time to be able to stand up and stretch. Pull your arms and your shoulders back.
Yeah, I think that's a great one, is stretching in the morning, stretching in the evening. And then also when you go to the gym, if you do work out, if you do hit the anaerobic working out, don't always start off with bench press on Monday.
Absolutely.
And that's what a lot of people do, right?
That's one of the things I tell people about the gym is that the most important day at the gym for any of us who sit down all day is back day.
Yep.
So that we're strengthening the muscles in our back.
That's
the
right.
muscles that are doing all the work, because all day long we're pulling ourselves forward and we got to pull those muscles back. I tell people it's a hard thing at the gym, especially for guys.
Yep.
The first muscle that we go to work out is our chest.
Yeah.
But now what are we doing when we're working out our chest? We're creating a pump. What is the pump? The pump is a contraction of the muscle.
Yep.
So when you contract your pectoralis major, the muscle in the chest that you're working out, you're bringing your shoulders forward.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, if you're going to go to chest day, if you work out for an hour, you need to be stretching for at least a half an hour before you do that workout.
It's important.
But now the good thing you'll find out is that if you stretch for that half an hour before you do the workout, you should be able to increase the weight, increase the reps. Long, lean muscles work better than short and contracted muscles.
Yeah, absolutely. And do those legs. Start off with, don't forget the legs. Do the squats. That's going to release a lot of testosterone in the body, and it's going to help you, see exponential gains as well. So we're going to come back. We're going to talk with Sarah Bingham, fast food healing, licensed nutritionist. Maybe talk about some of the GMOs out there, different things in the food, and different things that the manufacturers are doing, and also more from Michael Vogt, expert massage therapist in Tampa Bay. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Real Estate Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty. And got a couple of hot listings I want to go ahead and let you know about. I got 414 South Royal Palm Way in Tampa in Beach Park. 4 bedrooms, 3 full bath, 2 half bath. Built in 1925 by one of Tampa's famous families, the Wolf Brothers. And over 4,800 square feet. Beautiful Spanish architecture with a modern flair. Listed at $1.195 million. I'm the listing agent. We'd love to show that property to you at 414 South Royal Palm. And also 1401 Seminole Boulevard in Largo. Any business owners, developers, commercial folks out there, got almost a full acre here, 0.2 acres, MOL, 200 feet frontage on and within the city of Largo, listed at $475,000. Great buying opportunity, corner lot in the best city in Tri-City area in the country.
No shoes, no shirt, and no problem.
All right, and this segment is brought to you by Target Surveying. They do a great job on all of our real estate properties. Target Surveying, big shout out to Shane Price over there. And also Florida Firearms Academy, helping people with self-defense, getting the concealed permits. Florida Firearms Academy right there in Oldsmar. Tell them the Real Estate Quarterback sent you for 10% off. And also allowing you to utilize the range. So we're here in studio live from iHeartRadio, beautiful South Tampa. We're talking with Sarah Bingham, fast food healing, licensed nutritionist, and also Michael Vogt, expert massage therapist here in Tampa Bay. And we're going to go ahead and jump into our lightning round. All right, this is our quick tips. This is quick tips. We're going to go around the horn and just have some banter talking about, between the break, we brought up a great point, Sarah. A lot of people, we have these plastic bottles everywhere we go. I mean, I saw some stats on these things, plastic bottles stretching across the United States every year. What can we do in alternative to these plastic bottles?
There you go. If you can see this is, I always have my stainless steel bottle, and it's hard to get stainless steel with the top stainless steel as well. But that's what you want instead of plastic hitting your water all the time. I finally met a guy who was in the water business, and he explained to me how they make bottled water. And they take a piece of plastic about the size of your pinky, and they blow it up, and when it's red hot, that's when they put the water in. It's like, wow. Oh, terrific. So any bozo can figure out that if it's hot plastic, those chemicals are going to go into the water.
Wow.
So, yeah, plastic bottles, not so much. For your day-to-day, it's the question you always have to ask yourself is, what am I doing over and over and over again, every day, every day, every day?
Right, habits.
And
repetitive
if you are,
motion.
Well, no, but it's also, it's repetitive motion, but it's what's the 80-90%? What am I putting in my body most of the time? Mm-hmm. So if you're doing a whole bunch and here in Florida, people are, they just buy bottled water and they figure, well, that's my drinking water. It's like, no, get yourself a good filter and then get yourself good bottles. Or if you can't afford, stainless steel bottles are not that cheap, but you buy one and you keep it. Yeah. But you can also get leftover. I used to use leftover juice bottles. Again, glass or stainless steel is what you want your water in.
Right. Now, where are you sourcing that from then? If I put it in my glass or my stainless steel bottle, where am I?
You want to have
water in the tap tastes terrible.
No, you want to have a filter at the very least. The water, the filter that's on your refrigerator. That's a the good, better, best. That's good. Best is a very high-end, expensive filter that you can put on the end of your kitchen faucet. I like the end run ones because it's gone all the way through the pipes, picking up whatever's in the pipes. Yeah. And so you're getting it right at the end of the faucet in the kitchen. And that's most of the water that you're doing. But there's some very good systems out there for whole house systems so everything now, what you're bathing in, et cetera, is actually good, high-quality water. Water's a huge issue.
Because it leaks, it comes through your body, your skin, too.
Absolutely.
Not just what you're orally taking.
So it's still better to be able to get the water essentially from a tap somewhere and then filter it as opposed to buying it from someplace else.
Like Zephyr Hills or
Absolutely.
Crystal Water.
Okay, now those big bottles, those kind of big spring water companies where they deliver 3, 6 gallon, 8 gallon jugs, whatever, those are a much thicker plastic. So you're not getting as much leaching of the plastic. But plastic is just plastic. You've got the BPA free, and I listened to a scientist, he goes, yeah, well, there's BPA, but there's also BPB, BPC. At any rate, so the bottom line is plastic is estrogenic. It mimics estrogen in our bodies. We know that that's behind a lot of cancer and all kinds of imbalances in your body. So the more plastic is out of your life, the better. You need to have glass, store your food in glass, store your water in glass. Yeah, all that good stuff.
You think back too with different habits, and we talk about all types of different habits, different effects, and these commercials that we're always constantly being bombarded with commercials saying we're too fat, we need more sex drive, we need more hair. They're appealing to all those things. But you think about it, think about our grandparents, and think about the lifestyle they lived. It was a lot more, closer to the source. There wasn't as much convenience in some of these things. And so, I think that's a good rule of thumb as well, wouldn't you say, Sarah, is to kind of think about the old days.
That's what I keep saying. I say, this is not difficult. It's simple. And I think, Mike, even, as far as how we use our bodies, it's kind of simple if you think about balance.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so we make it, actually the food companies and advertising make it much more complicated than it is. The advertising just brainwashes us into believing that they have our best interest in mind.
Best book or documentary for somebody to go take a look at if they
Fed
want to learn.
Up.
Fed Up.
Fed Up. You can get that, I think, on Netflix.
Fed Up on Netflix. I've got that. I'm going to look at that.
Yeah, that's an excellent movie.
I've got the Netflix account. I got the Netflix whenever the I Am Not Your Guru came out with Tony Robbins. Great book, great movie. And Mike, top consumer tip.
Well, I would say if you're going to get a book, the best book to get is Active Isolated Stretching by Aaron Matties.
There you go.
I learned directly from him, and he's the guru of stretching.
Nice.
He'll teach you how to be able to stretch every muscle in your body and be able to keep you in perfect form.
I love that. Yeah. So stretching is such an important thing. Maybe talk about a morning routine. And I know you've talked to me about it.
I do. I recommend 5 simple stretches for the neck and shoulders every morning.
Okay.
You're gonna start by putting your ear in your shoulder. You grab a hold of your left hand on your pant leg. With your right hand, you put it up in the middle of your head. You cock your elbow back towards the back of your body. That's the most important step. That keeps your arm or your head from rotating. Then you're going to slowly put your ear down on your shoulder.
Yeah.
The second one is you're going to put an arm behind your back. You're going to rotate your head away from that arm. You're going to put your other arm up on top of the middle of your head. You're going to line your nose up with your elbow. And then you're going to bring your head down so that your nose is going into your armpit. We call that smell your armpits. That's the levator scapula stretch. That's the main muscle in the back of your shoulder.
Yeah, I feel that big time.
The next one you're going to do is you're going to go into a doorway, and you're going to start arms down in the doorway, and you're going to walk into it. That the key is that you got to walk into it. You don't want to lean into your back because we're not trying to stretch your back. Remember, we're trying to stretch your front.
Yeah.
So you're going to walk into it with your arms in the doorway, down at your sides, at a 45-degree angle below your shoulders, at your shoulder height, at a 45-degree angle above your shoulders, and then right up over your head. Each one of those you're going to walk into, and you're going to hold it for 2 seconds and walk into it 25 times.
That's great. Yeah. And I've got one of those inverter machines where I hang upside down.
Those are
my good buddy Jerry gave it to me.
Those are fantastic. Those are fantastic if you're able to get a hold.
Machine,
if you're able to get a hold of one of those, those do help decompress the spine. Absolutely.
Love it. I love that. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. And then I jump on the little trampoline, the mini trampoline. I get that going, go on a, either a gratitude walk, jog type of deal. And
you need a new button, Brandon. You need a jump button.
Yeah. The old song, yeah. So we got another round. Let's do another round of the lightning here, the lightning round. So let's do top consumer tips, things to do, things to avoid, parting words of advice.
Okay. Again, everyone's looking for a lift, energy, whatever. I just had a client where his best friend at the age of 15 was into, I won't give the name, but one of the major energy drinks that kids are drinking.
Yep.
And he was really good on the skateboard, and he became they sponsored him.
Okay.
And started sending him caseloads of this energy drink. And by the time he was 18, 3 years later, he was on dialysis.
Whoa.
So I want you all to get that this stuff is not benign.
Yeah.
It is not. It has nothing to do with food, and it has absolutely nothing to do with your body being in good shape.
Wow.
It is a lie. So all I can tell you is it just makes me want to punch somebody right in the nose.
Doesn't give you wings.
Yeah. Yeah. So really pay attention and just move towards water. It's your best beverage. Period.
Yeah, absolutely. And coffee keeps coming out as there's studies coming out that coffee is okay. It's not.
Coffee in moderation, but hello, we don't know what moderation is. We stop at our local coffee thing. They give us a gallon of it. We go, I had a cup today. It's like, do you know the cup when I was growing up
Big
was
cup.
4 ounces of coffee. Who drinks 4 ounces?
Yeah, absolutely. Michael, real quick, last nugget of advice.
I'd say the last nugget of advice is to be able to stand up instead of when you sit down all day. Take 10 minutes every hour and stand up.
There you go.
Try and stand up for 10 minutes. While you're standing up, pull your shoulders back.
That's
pull
right.
your neck back. stand up straight and tall. Pretend you're like Forrest Gump's doctor told him, we're going to get you straightened up, boy.
There you go.
Stand up, eat well, and be tall.
That's right. Awesome. Yeah. Great show today. I want to thank so much Sarah Bingham, fast food healing certified and licensed nutritionist here in Tampa Bay, and also Michael Vogt, expert massage therapist here, back in health massage, several modalities of massage and stretching and active isolation stretching as well. And again, just remind you, this show is here for you. We have a great website with a lot of information on it. If you want to engage any of our partners, you can give us a call at our hotline, 813-917-1894, consumerqb.com. And please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. We'll see you next time.